Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So if this is your first time stopping by and you're looking for the best and most accurate support and resistance levels to watch on big name stocks like Apple, Nvidia, Meta, Google, Amazon, and more, then I highly recommend that you consider subscribing to the channel. So later on in this video, I'm going to give you guys a few stocks to consider putting on your watch list. And not only that, I'm going to give you key support and resistance levels to watch for those stocks, along with my price targets. With that said, let's start things off with this news that took place over the weekend. So yesterday, the Trump administration announced that they were adding tariff exemptions on electronics, including smartphones and computers. Now, was this a move to prevent big tech from crashing any further? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Now, let's have a look at the market performance, starting with the Nasdaq. On Friday, the Nasdaq ended the day up 1.84%. And for the week, the Nasdaq ended up rallying over 11%. Let's now have a look at the S&P 500's performance. So on Friday, the S&P 500 ended the day up 1.78%. And for the week, the ETF was up over 9%. Let's take a look at the first stock, ticker symbol AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Now, looking at the weekly time frame, the stock is currently inside of a bullish falling pennant. If you're not familiar with this pattern, it usually plays out with a breakout move towards the upside, as seen right here and here. Now, I would like to add that this pattern could also facilitate a breakout move towards the downside, seen right here. With that said, keep your eyes on these levels. So currently AMD has support at $87. If it falls below that, I want you guys to be on the lookout for the stock to come down to $70 per share. Above $87, AMD has resistance at $97 and at $104. Should AMD break and stay above $97, I want you guys to look for a run towards $104 and possibly $112. And like I said earlier, if it breaks below $87, then look for it to come down to $70 per share. Overall, I have a price target for AMD at $153 and at $200 per share. The next stock is Apple, ticker symbol AAPL. From its recent bottom, Apple is currently up over 15%. If this bullish momentum can continue, I'll be looking for Apple stock to get back to $246 and then to $255. With that said, keep your eyes on these levels. Currently, Apple has support at $196. If it falls below $196, then look for it to come down to $188. Now, if $188 is broken, then look for Apple to come all the way down to $177. Above $196, Apple has resistance at $205 and at $217. The next stock is Upstart, ticker symbol UPST. So currently this is another stock that's inside of a bullish falling pennant. If Upstart can maintain a breakout towards the upside, I want you guys to look for the stock to head towards $71 per share. With that said, keep your eyes on these levels. Current support for the stock is at $32. If it falls below that, then look for it to come down to $27 per share. Now, above current support at $32, there is resistance at $41 and at $46 per share. The next stock is Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Now, according to my technical analysis, this stock has a 62% upside to my price target at $144. Now, current support for Palantir is at $78. Should it fall below $78, I want you guys to look for it to come down to $70 per share. And if it falls below $70, your next support is at $62 per share. Above current support, you have resistance at $92 and at $108 per share. The next stock is SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI. So currently the stock is inside of a bullish broadening wedge. Now, for those not familiar with the pattern, this is how it normally plays out. Keep in mind, this pattern could also break towards the downside. So with that said, current support for SoFi is at $10.29. If it falls below $10.29, then look for it to come down to $8.70. If $8.70 fails to hold as support, I want you guys to look for the stock to come down to $6.51. Above current support, you have resistance at $11 per share and at $12.34. Now, based on my analysis, this stock has a upside potential of 44%. The next stock is qubt, Quantum computing. So based on my analysis, this stock has a upside potential of 61%. Current support for the stock is at 670. If it falls below that, then look for it to come down to 524. If 524 is broken, your next support is at 450. Now, above current support, you have resistance at $9 and $11 per share. All right, guys, this is the end of the video. If you do like my technical analysis, leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. As always, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next one.